Protect yourself and your family from unexpected challenges. Consider accident-only income protection. Click the link in the description to find out more.
You want anything bad enough? Don't make excuses. You gotta lose your time and your sleep for it. You find a way.
Boxing King Media in association with SaveMoreMoney.com. Charlie Edwards. Charlie, we're out here in Phoenix, Arizona. I think it's your first time in the States?
Yeah, first time in the States. I always said, like growing up through the years, that the first time I get out to the States will be through my career, and coming here to support my brother, go and unify the division. It couldn't come at a better time, you know, and it is my first time, but it's definitely not going to be my last.
Just out of curiosity, any first impressions from what you've seen? Or?
Well, we're out in the desert, so there's not really much around, but it is lovely over here. The sun and the blue sky is shining bright. I've really just got to the hotel, so we landed last night and straight to the hotel. I've seen the gym, straight to the gym and get that done to start the day right. But yeah, then straight to work, straight in here with the media crew. Boxing King Media, you know, and then after this go for a little explore about. But I like the US, man. Coming into the airport and the people and how polite they are and how welcoming they are. It's nice. It's good energy.
Definitely, it's interesting that you know, considering the weight you fight at, you never got to fight in the States because all the big names around your sort of weight have always been in the US. But I'm going to come to you in a moment. I'm going to start off with Sonny. A big opportunity for him. This fight was like made, seems like ages ago, like 4 or 5 months ago. He's finally here. We're like literally 3 days away. You've not met your brother yet, but from the stuff you've seen, I think you've seen the interview I did with him the other day. What do you think the kind of mindset he's in from previous experiences?
Sonny's Sonny, do you know what I mean? Like he's always confident and always full of himself. So it's no different. I see the brief interview he did with him the other day. I haven't actually watched it all because we was up in the air. But yeah, Sonny's confidence, man. He's ready to get in there and does what he does best, and that's put on a show. He's excited. It's the biggest moment of his whole life, in his whole career. Time to unify the division. So it's come around quick. Like you said, it felt like, I think it was like 4 months or something announcement, and it seemed so long away when it got announced, but blink of an eye and we're here. His training's gone great. He's happy with how everything's gone, and he's confident in pulling it off against Bam Rodriguez on Saturday night. And I believe if he is on his game and he's super focused like he always is, I believe he can do it.
I know he said the other day he's found himself a new lady who he feels like he's gonna, you know, he feels like it's serious. I think he described it as Instagram official. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if you know that or not. But what do you make of that? Do you think that would be add anything to his game or make any difference in this fight?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on Saturday. But he seems in good spirits and he seems happy. So a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter, as they always say. So we'll see on Saturday night.
I've got a question for you. I'm going to ask Bam Bam this later on as well and see if he answers it. What do you think Bam Bam does better than Sonny, and what does Sonny do better than Bam Bam, if it is in specific skill?
Obviously, it's clear to see, like, Bam obviously does punch harder. I know Sonny got a higher score on the punch machine a few months ago, but Bam does punch harder in the fights, and he gets himself in positions to plant his feet and kind of unload that explosive power. I believe Sonny does have the more awkward and trickiness in the movement, and he's more of a back foot fighter. Usually, as we see in Sonny's last fight, he come full. He was trying to push the pace a little bit more, but I believe with Bam he will get back to his old kind of ways and not take any risks and try and lead Bam into it and try and set traps for Bam. I don't know. We can say like these attributes what they have, but I don't know. Like I feel like Bam's going to be the quickest opponent Sonny's ever fought. and Sonny's going to be the quickest opponent Bam's ever fought. Sonny's probably the most awkward fighter Bam's probably ever fought, and with the ring IQ, is probably up there with a similar IQ as Bam. So it kind of makes for a real 50-50 fight, which is great for us boxing fans, you know. But obviously the power situation with Bam's different to Sonny's punching power, but that's also because Sonny don't plant his feet and try to let his hands go. Sonny can punch, but he don't put himself in the positions and stay in the positions to offload that explosive power. So it's an interesting one. Bam also switches angles great. Sonny also switches angles great. So I think it's a real higher level chess match where it's going to be very like working each other out. I don't think it will light up the fight straight away. I think the first 2-3 rounds it might take it a little bit to get going, because they're both aware of each other's attributes and they've got to kind of like download that information not to make mistakes and get caught unnecessary. I just think it's going to be a very interesting fight. Like, as a boxing fan, taking brothers aside of it, I can't wait to see it. I really can't. Just to sit there and watch how this whole fight week plays out is going to be interesting. Bam's gone very quiet across all social medias, not give Sonny the attention that Sonny does thrive off and want this. Is that his game plan? It might well be. And then how is he going to come in on fight week, and how's the pre-press conference and all that going to go about this week? I think Sonny will be a bit more fiery this week than he was last time him and Bam met, because of the silence and the quietness of it. All Sonny wants to be in is big, meaningful fights, and this is by far the biggest and meaningful fight he's ever been in. But I think personally it's pissed him off a little bit that it hasn't got the attention that it deserves, and that's because Bam's gone silent. So you never know what's going on in each other fighter's mind, but I do believe it's going to anticipate for a real good fight. And I think this fight week, the media will come, the more attention will come, because I don't think Sonny's going to allow Bam to be quiet in his face. But their attributes, they're both great fighters, and it's, for a boxing fan, it's the best meets the best, and I'm really looking forward to it. A real pound for pound fight.
I know recently you sparred Sonny, and I think it was a long time since you guys sparred. What was the time gap from the last one?
I think it's 2.5 years.
So you tell me, in them 2.5 years, the fighter that you sparred recently, what was the difference? Is he better, or is he different? Anything
He's
different
different.
that you picked up?
He is a different fighter. He's a different fighter to what I remember him as. But then I'm a different fighter. So, I mean, I suppose we can't really go on old merits like we used to do. We had great spars over there. He brings me in because he knows that I know him inside out. I know Sonny. I can work him out better than any fighter that steps in the ring with him. And I think if you see his DAZN episode, he even says that himself. And he brought me in because I've got really quick hand speed. Obviously, I'm a bantamweight now, so I'm punching harder. And I can work him out. And although I'm an orthodox, I can actually box southpaw too and switch it, so it keeps him on point and on freshness. And we always want to one better each other, so it makes it a high-class competitive spar. So that's why I was brought into the camp. But yeah, man, Sonny's firing on all cylinders. He's in a good mindset. He's confident, and that's the most important thing in this game, is to have that mind so locked in and so focused that you're unbeatable. And he feels unbeatable.
Quick prediction.
Quick prediction. Obviously,
Not a technical breakdown, just
not a
quick
technical.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Sonny by points.
Close?
Majority. I think it will be a close fight.
Okay.
I believe Sonny can make it a unanimous, but being over here in America, I feel like it's going to be a very close fight. But I'm going with Sonny for the points win. Hopefully the judges will be on point and it will be a fair playing ground.
We hope so. I want to speak to you about your own career. I know you was working with Joe Gallagher recently as well. I understand that's done with, or is it not? I don't know what's the situation
Yeah,
there.
that's absolutely done with. Complete waste of time from my perspective and my honest opinion. But I don't listen. I'm better than that. I'm not going to go in and completely slag him off. And my day will come where I can tell the truths about things. But moving forward, I've now partnered up with Stephen Smith, which is, it's been a long time coming, man. I really feel like this is what was always meant to be for me. We're the same sort of person, our minds work the same. He's so passionate and hungry. He's just stepped into his coaching journey as well. And he's really hungry and determined to get that world title and join the World Champion Club.
How did that pairing come about? Because it's quite random. Mutual friends?
I go into full detail about it all on. I've just recently released my own YouTube channel.
Okay.
Charlie Edwards Boxing. It's
Shout
the
it
first
out.
video out there, and it's. I could sit here and go on and on about it.
No,
but
I'd rather direct
I've
people
got
to
like
that.
I've got like a. It's like a 20-minute little mini documentary on everything where I explain and break down things and how the link up come about and that. And it's just, he's the right man for me. He's the right man for me, and it's all good, well and saying, talking it, but I'm really excited for 2024. I believe, like, with the work that I've done with him over this he's developed me massively already. Like, he's so experienced. He's been around the boxing scene for a very long time. He's had 2 world title fights himself, Commonwealth champion, 2 times British champion, a very talented fighter, a very good boxer. His boxing IQ and boxing brain's through the roof. He comes from a very good boxing family in the Smith brothers. He's been in all the dressing rooms, changing rooms all around the world where they fought on world title fights. Do you know what I mean? Andre Ward, Paul Smith fought, Canelo, both.
One thing I can tell you from what I know, I've been to the Rotunda gym where he obviously did his amateur days. He's got some great names on there. Obviously, all his brothers on there. Tony Bellew's on there. But Stephen Smith's name is on the board more than any other fighter in that gym. So that probably tells you enough about his credentials.
And I got linked with him through my strength coach, Johnny Reynolds. Okay. And yeah, you have to go to my YouTube channel and watch that thing because it has it all on there. Good. I don't want to keep going on. We can sit here for another 20 minutes.
No, that's fine. So anyone that wants to have a look at it, go on to Charlie Edwards Boxing. You got a full explanation on there. And what is the plan now, Charlie? Obviously, you've been out the ring for a long, I don't want to say a long time, but you've had one fight in a good few years now. So, you know, you just hit 30 as well. So you want to get active. You know, what is the plan?
I want to get active. Of course, I want to get active, but I want to be in proper fights. Like, I'm done with fighting 6 and 8 rounders. Absolutely done with it. I want proper fights. Anyone out there, who wants to fight me, should be jumping at the bite. I've been so inactive and all this. They should be looking at me like I'm a weak player in the game, but they're not. They know I'm a real threat. I live the life and breathe the life of boxing. I'm a high risk and low reward at the minute, but 2024, it's definitely taking off. I'm managing myself now. I've just recently done my manager's license, and that will be coming in the next week, so I can make some powerful moves and conversations with different promoters. But I like the idea where I'm at now. I'm free from all promotional, managerial, and I'm going into 2024 with a great coach and backing it, and with all the Smith brothers also behind me, as well as my brother, who's a world champion as well. So I'm in a very high position where I can go around the world and fight anyone. I can be the opponent.
I'm just trying to think on the British scene, which promoters kind of are on that, division. I'm trying to think. Frank Warren potentially. I know Eddie's got a lot of the US fighters.
Let's be real. Like the top promoters in this country, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, the Sowlands, and if you could say him, but Sky Sports. So I'm a name. I'm an Edwards, former world champion. Where the right fights are, I can go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Whoever can offer me the right fights to get me back on the top, that's where I want to go. There's the American market. There's Oscar De La Hoya. There's a few other promoters out there, and there's a Japanese market.
Would you fight anyone like say the British champions or anything like that? Would you ever look at that?
The British champions.
Yeah,
I was even looking to go down and just get another British title, but I spoke to to Robert Smith, and he said, to be honest, I think you're above the British title level, so they don't normally let world title champions really go back to British.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's like, maybe we could get you in a mandatory slot, but I don't think it's very fair. But yeah, I would fight for the British title. I fight anyone. I'm in a position now. I'm mentally strong, physically strong. I'm in a weight division that I'm feeling unbelievable at. My sparring says it all, and I'm ready to fight anyone. Ready to take these big fights. There's that Rodriguez out there, who just knocked out Cal Yafai in a round. I'll fight him. I'm here at this fight week. I'm going to have a chat with Frank Smith and Eddie and see if they've got anything for me, you know. And there's the same again. Now I've kind of decided to take my own kind of. To be honest, I've looked at the Jake Pauls and the KSI and that, and YouTube's a big platform. And all of us fighters that ain't on it are losing it, are behind. And I've known that because I uploaded a video on my platform yesterday, and in like 15 hours, I've already got nearly 1.5k views on it. And I've got no subscribers. I think I've got like 50 subscribers right now, and it's only gonna grow. So I am actually gonna be putting out a call out video on my own YouTube channel over the next 2 weeks, probably going into the new year. Let Christmas die over, let us get back. But I'm going to be sending some shots to a few fighters, a few British fighters as well, and I'm going to start calling people out for what they're trying to do, just trying to nick livings and trying to take shitty fights just to hold world rankings and try and nick another world title shot. It's not happening. We should be fighting for the British fans and the British public right now. And simply not putting good fights on, all it is doing is damaging boxing. So I'm going to start doing some call-outs. I'm not going to be that shy kid. A shy kid never gets no sweets. And now I'm managing my own career, and I'm going to put a big call-out video out on my YouTube channel. So make sure you tune in for that as well.
Charlie Edwards wanting all the smoke. Well, it should be intriguing to see what happens. Obviously, he's still technically young in boxing terms, and I hope you get the opportunity. It looks like you've kept yourself in shape whilst you've not been fighting, which is a big plus, I'm guessing, when you hit 30.
It's different. Charlie Edwards, who was world champion, to the Charlie Edwards now, who's starting theoretically from the bottom again. Even though I'm ranked number 15 in the WBC now, I got my world ranking back. So I'll be onslaught in that position as well, to try and get to Santiago. But I'm not going to talk. I want to show everyone. And when I get the cameras and the lights and the actions and being in proper fights that are going to like really light my fire and really get me proper like possessed with, I'll perform. And it's time to do that. Just like Errol Spence used to say, there's no point in warm-up fights. Just get straight back in. I'm the same fighter I was when I was world champion. Well, I'm not. I'm 10 times better. But like, you're only as good as your last fight, as they say. So let's get proper fights on.
Well, I wish you all the best, Charlie. Any last words before I let you go?
I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's continued to message me and support me through my social media platforms, always asking me when am I next fighting, what's going on with me. It's been a very frustrating 18 months, to say the least. I've been fucked about and my time has been wasted, but it's not from no fault of myself. And I've been turning up every day, week in, week out, bettering myself in the gym. And I look forward to showing you and thanking you by the performances I put in, with all your belief that you've done to support me over these last 2 years.
Charlie Edwards, thank you for your time.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of a motorway with a broken down car? Like me, is that something that worries you? That's where motor breakdown insurance comes in. If your vehicle breaks down, a trained professional will be sent out to get you back on the road. Or if this is not possible within the specified time frame, to transport you to your home or to the nearest garage.
You want anything bad enough? Don't make excuses. You gotta lose your time and your sleep for it.